Welcome to Sevastopol Station, your home away from home. The station, a decade in the making, was built to be the #1 gateway to commerce and resources in this quadrant. Construction began in 2095 and completed in 2105. What you see before you is a scale model of the station itself, a gift from the Siegs Incorporation to commemorate the opening and the start of an exciting new era in deep space trade. Why not let us take you on a tour?
Smythe, I've been looking over your report on the Wayland-Yutani androids and your proposals for improving the working Joes. Now, I appreciate the work you put in, but understand we live in different worlds. Yours is full of extrapolations and estimations. Mine has an executive suite and $8,000 suits. Bottom line is, I gotta look after the money, buddy. I hired you because you were the cheapest, not the best. Find a way to bring these costs down, huh? Ransom out.
Smythe, have you been practicing the script for the VIPs visiting today? We need to impress. Noise from upstairs says they're the last potential bidders for Sevastopol's Working Joe rollout. If they go with Wayland-Yutani cast-offs instead, the jobs Siegson have allocated for us back on Earth are on the line. Don't screw up. Spedding out.
Dr. Morley, this is Marshal Waits. Make sure all your patients are prepped for the decommission. That means full documentation, personal effects, and any meds they'll need during the journey. I'm scheduling shuttles to transfer them to the medical ship for transportation. I strongly recommend placing the more volatile patients into early hypersleep prior to transfer. I don't want to hear your complaints. I don't have the manpower to guarantee protection for everyone if any of them decide to kick off. Farms or hypersleep, I don't care. Just get them subdued. That's just the way it's gotta be. Waits out.
Chief here. As requested, I've resubmitted my report for the removal of the transit system for use elsewhere, once Sevastopol's been closed off. I still don't see how it's possible. I know Siegson is trying to recoup as much investment as it can on this place, but the thing is trashed. Junctions have rusted through, major safety protocols have been ignored for years. It's a wreck. Nothing short of a miracle has stopped it killing off half the population.
Smythe, it's Spedding. You knew full well that these guys were the last bidders for Sevastopol's Apollo system, and you totally fucked the android presentation. They're not interested. So no bonus from me, no half share for you, and God only knows what it means for the suits upstairs. That's got me pissed. But you know what's getting me even more pissed? I have to stay on Sevastopol to oversee the synthetic shutdown while you go home. Don't have nightmares on the trip back, jackass.
Anisadora, this is Marshal Waits of Sevastopol. Officially, I should deny your request to dock. Sevastopol is currently being decommissioned, and I can't compromise security for unscheduled vessels. However, in the light of the property you found, I will allow a small number of your crew to dock via a short-range shuttle. I must remind you that Sevastopol is entitled to a cut of any reward for return of said property once it's on station. Let me know your decision. Waits up.
We're outside Sevastopol. Marlowe and Foster woke up first. She looked terrible. We're about to take a shuttle to the station, but Meeks and me... Well, this has got to break quarantine procedures, right? It's Marlowe's ship. She's Marlowe's wife. And things got heated and Meeks got a bloody nose. So, I don't know. Maybe the doctors will give her the all clear and things can get to normal. But if they sniff it out the moment we get on board, I don't want any part of it. Marlowe doesn't pay nearly enough for that kind of trouble.
Hughes, it's Ransom. I just got your query. Yes, I have been in our transmission relay archive, and I've done some decrypting. I'm looking for crew logs that passed through Sevastopol a while ago. I know you're concerned, but it's ancient history. There's just some stuff I need to know. A routine company transmission packet sent from the edge of Thetis before a ship started its trip home. Nothing that's gonna break anything. Still, no one else needs to know about it, right? If you talk, well, there'll be consequences. I mean, there's plenty Marie doesn't know, right? Leave them decoding and let me know when they're done. We can keep this civil.
Sevastopol, this is Wayland-Yutani Executive Administrator Nina Taylor, confirming receipt of your transmission. I'm a member of the team assigned to collect the Nostromo flight recorder. The black box in your possession is of primary importance to Wayland-Yutani. Under existing corporate agreements, we should remind you that you must not attempt to read its contents, nor disclose its presence to any third parties. We'll be with you soon. A private message from Marshal Waits will follow. This is a private transmission for the desk of Colonial Marshal Waits from Nina Taylor at Wayland-Yutani. Our systems have the Nostromo black box flagged as being of primary importance to the company. So I am therefore authorized to offer you financial incentives to guarantee a smooth, safe retrieval. However, if the data is compromised or shared in any way, then legal ramifications will be severe. Please respond. Taylor out.
Spedding, something crazy just happened. Sevastopol is off the market. We got a buyer. Weeks before they start taking the place apart, and they U-turn. After all those endless presentations and tours, I guess the talks weren't stalled at all. Someone at company headquarters just had to click his fingers. A message of confirmation just came in. Apollo's currently receiving a packet of new operation rule sets, so I guess the deal's sealed. Now, this is board-level need-to-know stuff until it's announced to shareholders. Quite the promotion, huh?
Message from Marshal Waits. This is Chief Porter in tech support. Look, there's nothing on this flight recorder, Waits. We've broken God knows how many corporate confidentiality agreements and come up with zip. Nothing except the Wayland-Yutani logo and an empty readout. Now, these things are built to last. So either someone on board the Nostromo asked its mother core to wipe it clean, or somehow the data's been corrupted before it got here. Care to fill me in on why this was a priority job?
Wait, it's Dr. Lingard. I've just examined a patient with, well, I've never seen anything like it. It's some kind of unknown parasite. I did a quick check on the name they gave me, and there's no one registered under it at Sevastopol. I think she came on board recently. Do you know anything about this? I have no idea what Sinclair and his men were doing, but this should have been picked up during quarantine. Who knows what else they've let through? The patient and her captain are waiting for me in the examination room. Get down here now.
Dr. Lingard, this is Ransom. Remember me? Your friendly Seeks and Chief Executive. Lingard, you don't drop by, you don't call. Aren't we pals anymore? Oh, well, we're both busy people. And after all, I have lots of other friends. Some of them have badges. One of them told me you called Marshal Waits about a, shall we say, interesting find? I want in. No arguments. After all, how much does Waits really know about you? Not as much as your old friend here, and I bet he wouldn't be as understanding about black market med supplies. I look forward to your call, Doc.
Axel's Journal Entry 331. Excuse me if I lack my usual eloquence, but I woke up today with a pounding hangover. Last night I toasted the decommissioning of Sevastopol. No one else seemed to want to celebrate. Pussies. So I was forced to drink the lion's share. Now, they say liquor loosens the tongue. Even Sevastopol's piss-weak booze.
And when I started cussing out Marshal Waits, a stranger staggered up to me and joined in. He was completely wasted. Drunk fucker kept saying he wasn't from these parts, but when I asked where he was from, he put his finger to his lips and said he couldn't tell. Asshole. That's it. I'm going back to bed.
Dr. Lingard, my name is Julia Jones, and I'm a writer covering Sevastopol's decommissioning. I'd be very interested in hearing about your experiences on the station, the limited medical supply drops, the mental effects on patients in deep space. But I also heard there was some kind of incident in the hospital recently. No one seems to know anything more, but if you would talk to me, I can get your name in print. A little publicity never hurt anyone's career. And with Sevastopol closing down, you can't have many options left. Let me be a friend to you. Call me.
Seekson Executive Ransom here. I'm sending over some samples for investigation. I want the minimum number of employees on this. Keep it on the down low and report only to me. If any of this gets out, I'll make sure your career dies with Sevastopol. There are a lot of inconsistencies in Gemini's ledgers. Do right by me, and I'll remember you. Whatever you're skimming now will seem like chicken feed. Do the smart thing.
Meeks, pick up. What the hell you think you're doing? I know you were on the sauce last night, and once you get a few drinks in you, your lips start flapping. You know that Marshal's looking for us, right? There's not that many people here, and you start shooting your mouth off, he's gonna find us. Marlowe's already got picked up, and I haven't heard from Foster at all. If you need to hit the booze, make sure you do it alone. Iced out.
Morley, it's Lingard. After the incident, the Marshals want us to rope off medical. They're bringing in a team to find whatever it was the patient was carrying. I told them it was fast, but they're convinced they can trap it. They've got nets. I'll set up a temporary medical center outside. You're in charge for now. Don't let Kuhlman sweet-talk his way in. The last thing we need is him self-medicating with Marshal Waits around.
Spedding, it's Ransom. With the Wayland-Yutani buyout, it's more important than ever that the flight recorder handover goes without a hitch. They will be low-level execs who won't know jack about the buyout, but if they hear rumors about a disappearing people problem, well, I don't want to rock the boat, and neither do you. Let's just keep everything nice and quiet, and hopefully, Waits will have disposed of whatever it was that appeared in medical by the time they get here.
Well, here I am. Drive for a score, and then Sevastopol happened. Happened to us all. Whole place has changed on me. Shifted. Nothing's right no more. The only thing to do is drop anchor in a bottle and get good and sunk. Killed a court now, and I still feel colder than a witch's tit. Still hearing things. What's out there? Here's to dead soldiers.
I don't take kindly to be left out of the loop, Morley. You hear me? I tried to use the dispensary today and found I was locked out. I can't possibly be expected to carry out my duties if you and Lingard cut my access privileges. I have patients who will relapse without that medication, particularly when things on the station are so precarious. I will not see patient care suffer. Consider this a formal warning. And for the record, I do not have a problem. Kuhlman, out.
Morley, this is Lingard. I followed Waits' orders and locked down the hospital. If you need access to anything, I've left details in my office, 232.
So, I was pursuing my own investigation into the unknown specimen on Sevastopol when Apollo puts the whole station into hazard containment alert, a level I've never seen before. I do some digging and find out it's an old Seegson procedure. Lock down communications, put androids on high alert, send one of our teams in. Contamination avoided, potential profit in the bag. Very smart, boys, but you should have let me in on this. Still, it's good to know there's a cleanup team on the way. I'll keep that idiot Waits from killing it. Don't worry, I don't rate his chances in any case.
Hey, it's Chief. There's something wrong with your synthetics. The team I requisitioned to acid strip lower habitation just stopped in their tracks. They barked something about a hazard containment order, tried to get into my control booth, and then just marched off. I know I always complain about those spooky bald bastards, but now I've got proof their wiring's faulty. I've got a meeting with your boss Spedding tomorrow, and I'm gonna kick some ass. So when he starts kicking your ass, well, it's coming from me.
This is Seegson Executive Ransom speaking. I just woke up to find a working Joe in my suite, and when I asked what the hell it was doing, it lunged for me. I had to leave my own fucking apartment. Send your best technicians to Apollo Core and find out what the hell is going on, now! Get those things under control. I want a full report ASAP.
Harris, it's Turner. Got to deal with that wasted asshole again. This time he nearly wrecked the door with a maintenance jack. Guess he figures it's safe here. Wants to lock himself in. Screw him. We got too much to worry about without babysitting drunks. Anyway, I threw him in the evidence lockup. Let the son of a bitch sleep it off.
Hello, I want to make a complaint to the highest authority, okay? My name is Zachary Watson. That's Watson. You get that? My complaint is this. Fucking marshals. They should be protecting us. It's their job. Something's on the station with us and no one knows what it is. No one fucking knows. They put braces on the doors. Lockdown. You know, like to keep something out. I'm fucking terrified, man. I'm fucking... Shit. It's so cold. I don't think this fucking thing even works. Axel's journal, entry 333. I fucking knew something was going down. I told them, but they just laughed it off. Well, they're not laughing anymore, are they? Well, to be fair, no one is. I spent all last night wide awake, gun in my lap, twitching at the curtains. People are disappearing, and word is, Waits has been trying to keep it quiet. We're in control of the situation. Bollocks! There's a killer on the station, and Waits knows who it is. Could even be one of his team. All I know is that I'm not staying another night. Gonna get someplace safer.
Meeks, I'm leaving this for you when you wake up. I know that you're still all over the place after that thing came out of Foster, but you've got to stop fucking up like this. You got way too drunk and told those people sleeping in the mall way too much. I dragged you away when I saw the look in their eyes. We can't go back there again. No one can know we're connected to Marlowe and the Isadora. Now come back once you've dried out.
This is a message for all members of the Seegson security team. There's been an altercation in the spaceflight terminal. Waits doesn't have our back. As of right now, no one hired as Seegson security is going on shift. We're cutting ties with the Marshals and everyone else on station. It's time to take care of our own. I'm gonna find someplace safe for everyone to hole up. Money's dried up here. We don't owe these people nothing.
Suzanne, sweetheart, I'm gonna have to rain check. I'm getting reports from downstairs about abnormal android behavior. I need you to get to the showroom and shut yourself in. There's a lockdown button on my terminal from when these machines were actually worth something. Don't worry about them. They're only display models. Just sit tight. I'll sort this out, and we can celebrate the deal finally going through when we're not on company time.
Interview subject. Heyst. Did I say that right? Heyst? Look, if you can't even tell me your name, we're gonna be here a hell of a long time. I just want to know about your boss. He's got you all into a lot of trouble. Someone's gonna be accountable. I'm gonna make damn sure someone's accountable. No? Tough guy, huh? Turner, turn off the tape. Maybe our friend here is just shy.
Chief here. Something weird's happening. Synthetics are on the fritz, so I found some guys to help me out. I sent one of them into a manufacturing room, but he never came out. Every door is locked, and he sure as hell couldn't fit through the air vent without a fight. We don't know what to do. It doesn't seem right to keep working without looking for him, but there's nowhere to look. Our shift's over soon. I'll report the incident to Waits and the Marshals.
Turner, we've had something go down here in San Cristobal. Tape off the scene and make sure it's not touched until Garcia comes in with forensics. Keep this quiet for now. I want total silence. Last thing this station needs is a panic. And one other thing. If I find out who leaked this to Ransom, I'll make them eat their fucking badge. He turned up, quoted Seegson privileges, and had a ringside seat for the whole goddamn mess. This is a serious incident. I don't need Ransom making it more complicated. Do you read me? Waits out.
Waits, we should talk about what happened in San Cristobal. Now, it was a nasty business, and I understand that you want to deal with it as quietly and quickly as possible. But I wanted to make sure you didn't do anything rash. I'm talking about catching the specimen without killing it. If we play it smart, we could be set up for life. I have the connections. I can set it up. You're getting old, Waits, you can't do this forever, and what are you going to do when Sevastopol closes? You have my number. Ransom out.
Harris, this is Turner. I found the last power coupling. Took me a while, but it's off now. Just fitting the last security brace. Come find me when you've shut yours down, then we can get the hell out of here. Jesus, man, I'm hearing noises everywhere. Every creak and... Just hurry the fuck up, will you? Marie, listen to me very carefully. I want you to leave work now. Collect Claire, pick up the cat, and head home. We need to find someplace safe till Seegson send a ship. I saw the guy from down the hall. I can't remember his name. The one in the dirty baseball cap, weird smell. He had something in his coat. I think it was a gun.
just looked right through me. Don't talk to anyone. Don't tell them where you're going. I'll meet you as soon as I can. Axel's journal, entry 340. Right, gotta be quiet now. I found myself a small hideaway in the space flight terminal. Not exactly mod cons, but it's cozy enough. I filled a bag with essentials and picked up a few extra things on the way, making sure I didn't run into anyone. Too many people with guns on Sevastopol now, shooting at the slightest sound or movement. I mean, I've one myself, but I'm not a fucking nutter. At least here it's secluded, and I'm close to the terminal. So if there's a chance of a ship arriving, I'll get a front seat.
I have been camped out in Kelleher Mall for maybe 24 hours. The people here, they're scared. But they still believe that Marshal Waits will kill the creature. They forget other dangers. They forget themselves. People are turning on each other for food, for water. I cannot stay here.
Julia Jones, today's update. After numerous demands, Marshal Waits finally called a public meeting to address the rumors that have been circulating on Sevastopol. But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Waits and what's left of his team are forcibly ejecting us from the terminal. Feels like we're on our own now.
I saw it. It had its back to me, walking down a corridor like it was the most natural thing in the world. I hid, but when I looked up, it wasn't there. I think it went into the floor, maybe the ceiling. Sevastopol's a maze. Could be living anywhere. This must be what the Marshals have been chasing. This shouldn't have been kept from me. Chief out.
Harris, Turner, get back here now. We have a track somewhere in engineering. Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our paperwork to be bulletproof when this shit's over. Waits out.
Guys at Sinclair, we need supplies. Take what you can from whoever you want. I found an area in habitation where we can seal ourselves in and wait for rescue. I've got guys welding vents shut and shutting off elevators. Plan is to make it watertight. There's no room for more people in the sanctuary, but we can make space for their food, meds, water, and guns. If we're gonna get everyone through this alive, there's no room for pity.
Marshal Waits, this is Nina Taylor from the Wayland-Yutani team assigned to collect the Nostromo flight recorder. We're yet to receive confirmation that you're prepared for our arrival on Sevastopol. I'll be present to oversee the legal technicalities, along with a fellow executive and a colleague. The flight recorder contains proprietary company data. We understand that Sevastopol is currently being decommissioned, but we trust the device's safety is of primary importance. Please respond as soon as possible.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Wayland-Yutani bond. You're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over.
This is Waits, Colonial Marshal at Sevastopol Station. We have a serious situation here. Non-local comms are down, and we need you to send out an emergency message. Do you read me? Repeat, our ranged communications are down, and we need help. Stand off and send help.
This is Verlaine on the Torrens. What the hell just happened? Sevastopol! Did any of our EVA team make it on board? Please respond. We've taken damage in the explosion and are pulling out of Sevastopol space. Systems will be down while we repair. I can't say for how long.
I am recording this for anyone else who was away when it happened. I can't tell who escaped. There are some bodies, but the others were taken through the vents, one by one. The doors were locked, but the ceiling vents were open. There was nowhere to run and no one to let them out. It was like a fox dropping into a hen house. I should move on. There's a camp of survivors who still trust the Marshal in the mall, and then there's a Sinclair and his idiot man with guns somewhere in habitation. But I doubt either will last a week.
This is Spedding in Android processing. We've got a situation. There's white on red casualties on station. I've just had an android report to the APTC with head trauma. But he's covered in blood. Human blood. I've alerted the marshals, put my secretary someplace safe, and right now, I'm headed for the transit. I'm gonna get a working Joe to consult Apollo. Maybe it knows who the hell is to blame for this.
Marie, if you get this, I'm making my way to Siegs and Communications now. I didn't wake you because I knew you'd try and stop me. Please understand, this is our best shot. Someone has got to reestablish communications. We need to make sure the officials back at home know what's going on here. Don't worry about me. I'll be back. I'm not going to leave you and Claire alone. If you're listening to this, and you're on the team, we've sealed the habitation sanctuary. There's one way in, one way out. I've still got raiding parties heading out to loot supplies and weapons, but it looks like we shut it off just in time. The Siegs and synthetics have started moving away from their stations. I've seen a trail of strangled bodies in public areas. So, be aware. Oh, and if you're listening to this and you're not on the team, don't come find us. We will shoot.
I got here when they were sealing the sanctuary. I don't know what I expected. Maybe they changed their mind and let me in. Maybe they'd shoot me dead. They shut the door in my face. I can hear movements from the floor below me. I haven't got long. Sinclair and his people have Sevastopol's food supplies and much of its weaponry. But I heard the voices of children too. I'd wondered where the children had gone. Perhaps they can keep these monsters from them. I hope they do.
over to Apollo to find out what sent the synthetics crazy. This place has gone to hell. Apollo's redirected core android duties, and they've just walked away from the maintenance we requested after we got the news. Coolant's everywhere, gas has escaped, and the primary access lift has shut itself down. I flagged the help request, but apparently I'm 45th in line. Systems are suddenly obsessed with hazard containment. I'm gonna find a way down. Spedding out.
This is Seegson Executive Ransom reporting into the board. You sons of bitches. I was loyal to you, and you cheap bastards left me twisting in the wind. I was gonna give you the find of a lifetime. I was willing to risk my life for the company. I could have called in a special team, secured the specimen, and we all would have been happy, but Apollo has got all communications. None of the technicians in Apollo Corps are answering my messages. We're all dying here, you bastards. You threw it all away. Fuck you, and fuck your company. Fuck you!
I don't know when anyone will get this, but someone needs to keep a record, and I don't know. I came here a few months ago to write about the collapse of a dream, a future gone sour. For me, the people here were little more than footnotes for my article. Something to tug at the heartstrings. And when the disappearances started, oh, I was thrilled. This was something big. But now people are afraid, and a communications fault means we're alone. I'm trapped here, just like everybody else. Another footnote. Another victim.
Anne, I'm so sorry. You were right. I never should have come here. Please tell Beth and Heidi. Tell them that I love them more than anything. Oh gosh, I hurt so much. I found something, Anne. I don't know what it was, but I found it. Now it's killing me. It's killing everyone. I have to tell someone. It has to be right. I was so stupid, Anne. I should have stayed with you. I wish. I'm in Apollo. There are androids at the door. Ransom's nowhere to be seen. There are conflicts with the hazard containment breach. Synthetic safety procedures are getting bypassed left and right. Comms are offline. I thought it was random, but I'm not so sure. Oh God, I gotta get in. Tell Suzanne I love her. Last will and testament of some fuck you don't give a shit about. We couldn't keep them out. My wife is dead. My children have been taken. I tried, but I couldn't stop them. They broke through our defenses. There's so much blood on my hands. This is for the rescue party. For Seegson or, I don't know, whoever has to clean up this mess. We held out in here as long as we could. You didn't come fast enough. You fucked it. Just send in the Marines or blow this place up. Take these creatures back to hell.